telling us just how comfortable you were getting. You got a chance to kind of get everything down and study. How comfortable have you been the last couple of weeks?
I mean, he's out there playing football. A lot more comfortable than when I started, that's for sure. But I mean, I just been taking a lot of extra reps with Carson, Nate, Josh, everybody. Grove's been out there spending time with me extra. Film room, playbook wise, everybody's just been so helpful and supportive, getting me to where I need to be, and hopefully I can go and showcase what I can do.
Did you feel like does it feel more gratifying to you because, in the sense that you had to earn it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather it be earned than given. It ain't worth it if it's given, and you got to go out there and earn it every week. That's something that I've learned in the NFL is, you got to go out there and show up every time you step on the field. So earned, given, no matter what, you got the chance, you got to make the most of it.
That 4th and 2 play last Sunday, there's been a lot of discussion of that online. Bryce Treggs, who was a receiver here, said you stopped and Carson was throwing the ball and then you moved. And, that's why the throw looked so far out of your reach. What happened there? How did you see that?
I mean, we're two professionals. We got to make the play. I wouldn't say that it's this one person's fault. We all share the blame. So you just got to make the play. You got to make it happen.
So you were trying to learn all three spots. It was a lot of plays. Is it good kind of you're going to get into that spot on the outside now?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be fun because now it is a matter of what position that I can be thrown in. It's just I just know what I'm doing. I know what I have and what my assignment is and how to do it. So it's just going to be fun.
Which will help hopefully having Alshon and Nelson back in the lineup as well.
I mean, those are veteran guys, here in this program, in this organization. So obviously it's going to help. It's just going to be fun out there playing with those guys and doing what we love to do.
It seemed like, Les mentioned the 4th and 2, it seemed like there were a couple of those plays where you and Carson weren't quite on the same page. Is that kind of the way you saw it too? And what do you do? I mean, how much conversation goes into that sort of thing during the week?
We just got to make plays. Everything ain't going to be perfect, that's for sure, but that's what we strive to do is make it as perfect as possible. And along the way there's going to be some bumps, but, we can get there.
What's the process like, though, with a receiver and a quarterback to try to fine-tune some of those things?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's trial and error. You're going to make mistakes out there, but if you learn from those mistakes, then, you do it again, and it's boom, nobody's even going to think twice about it. And then the other part is going in and talking about it on the sideline, on the field, in the locker room, just hashing out all the details.
Is he good about being vocal, what he wants, what he expects, what he thought, what you thought, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, and he's very open to what I have to say and what other guys have to say, and it's not one person in total control. Everybody gets to chip in and give them their thoughts, their opinions, and ultimately make the whole thing right and as good as it can get.
What's the point where you can have your instincts and your physical ability take over when you're lining up now instead of having all the things in your head about what you have to do in certain situations and certain route combinations?
Yeah. I mean, it's not about what I have to do or how I have to do it. It's I know what I have to do, how to do it, now I'll go make the play. And, that's what you think. You got before the play even starts, you got to tell yourself you're going to make the play. And, your body's going to do what your mind tells it to do. So you just got to go out there and make it.
You made a good play on the touchdown drive, the only touchdown drive of the game against Seattle, down, inside the 5. Probably your toughest catch of the season, I would think. I mean, is that a kind of play that you can build on and get confidence from?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, those are tough, knowing that you're going to get smacked as soon as you touch the ball, but you have to, it's going to feel a lot better if you have the ball in your hands at the end of the play. So, build off of that. How can we use that to our advantage? How can I use that to my advantage? And just keep going more and more and building off of it.
What's the process like with Carson Walsh? How does he help you, through the week?
He's not easy on me, and he told me from the time I got here, he said he's going to be demanding and he's going to be hard on me because he wants to get me to where I need to be and where he knows I can be. And he, like, ever since I got here, every day he's held up to that. So, yeah, I mean, to have a coach like that, to just be on you and make sure that you're on your P's and Q's at all time, doesn't do anything but benefit me as a player.
I saw Jordan Matthews, firing you guys up before the last game, and here's a guy who's 3 times he's here, and then he gets released after 2 games here. Is that kind of you see what the NFL can be about?
Yeah,
how tough it is.
Yeah, no doubt. And the 2 weeks that he was here, we've had a lot of great conversations. I mean, Jordan is a guy that has, he has his best interest in himself and the guys around him. So we've always had a lot of lengthy conversations, about the NFL, about his career, about what he sees in me, back and forth, this and that. And even though he was only here 2 weeks, he's done a lot for me.
We pride ourselves on each and every day at practice, whatever sports calls, to do it to perfection. You know what I'm saying? You practice like you play, and if, we practice perfect, it should correlate over to the game.
How much is it the fact that everyone's getting healthy at the right time of year too?
It's great. We're getting all our horses back. That's what our defense is built on, depth. Whether it's the D-line having their rotation, us in the secondary having so many different packages because we got so many guys who can play different positions. It just opens up the defensive playbook for sports to call.
You mentioned guys coming back, Cravon now, practicing back out there in the field. What does that add to the defensive backfield?
A little more swagger, a little more packages. Like I said, the more guys that we have on the back end, the more packages we can put guys in, the more different type of looks that we can give quarterbacks and opposing offenses.
Jalen, you saw how the defense improved so much when you guys all got healthy. Yeah. When you look at practice today and you see the guys back on offense, what do you think this team can do now that it seems like you guys are getting healthy?
Yeah, like I said, we're getting all our horses back. We've always fought through adversity. It's always been the next guy up mentality here, and but it also helps when you have your key guys back on offense and defense.
What do you think of the schedule and say, despite how bad things have been the last couple of weeks, these are 5 winnable games in front of you. Are you fortunate right now that you're still in this position?
I think we are. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we're getting all our players back. Regardless of our schedule, who we're playing, we feel like we can go out there and we can beat anybody as long as we got the guys out there for sure.
With the health you have now, how cool is it that Jim Schwartz can mix things up? He can play man-to-man, you can jam guys at the line of scrimmage, or you could play zone. You could do whatever you want now. Yeah,
like you said, you can't, in this league nowadays, you can't just line up one type of way and think you're going to beat a team. Team scheme, they see different things, from the press box. So you have to be able to play off, play up, play zone, play man, blitz a little bit here and there. So it's definitely good that we can play those different packages.
What's like going against a veteran quarterback like Fitzpatrick, who you saw last year with Tampa Bay and knows that he's going to chuck up the ball and has no fear back there in the pocket?
He's one guy who shows a lot of grit. You see time after time, he sits in the pocket and he throws a strike, or he may get, blitzed by a linebacker and he get knocked off his feet, but he gets right back up and he gets back in the huddle and calls another play. So I think that's one thing for sure. You see that he's a really, really tough guy. And, we just got to keep at him all game.
What was that first carry like for you on Sunday after over a calendar year?
It was good. It was just about I was just focused on making the play for the team. I think I was just really just worried about how it felt to get tackled again after not being hit for so long. But other than that, it was a good feeling. You
can't simulate that in practice. So what was it like to finally get that and kind of get that under your belt and be able to move on knowing that you're 100% good?
Yeah, I think for me it was just like a moment in the game where I just was getting those football hits, and then it's like, oh, this is what it feels like. Again, football, contact sport, those little bumps and bruises. So it's just kind of like a quick reminder, like from the first play, like this is what it is.
What's it going to be like for you this Sunday, going back to play the team that drafted you a couple of years ago?
Yeah, I made a lot of great memories there, accomplished a lot of great things there. So I think for me, it'll be just nostalgic. I'll get to see some of my old teammates, former guys that are still on the team, so that would be great. And just really enjoy the moment. It's been a great career for me so far, so being able to just come back to a place where it began and having accomplished what I've accomplished already, it should just be a great day and hopefully a great performance as well.
When you were re-signed by the Eagles, Did you take a look at the schedule and happen to see that a couple weeks after you rejoined the team that you would get to face your former squad?
To be fair, no, I didn't. I didn't really know that the Dolphins were up on the schedule. So to my surprise, obviously, getting to go back there is a pretty cool deal. Again, I have a lot of great networks still out there in Miami. I was just out there right before I had got signed. So it'll be cool just to get back out there, see some of my old pals and friends and former teammates as well, and just enjoy that moment.
How cool is this that it's worked out that way? You're with the team you won a Super Bowl with now, and you're facing the team that you came from and straight from.
Yeah, I mean, you can't write it. I mean, it's interesting how things work itself out. Just like the way that I had left Miami and then coming here and then what we were able to do. So I mean, I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a good reception, great reception when I come back, because I think I was able to do a lot of great things while I was on that team, and just from a fan perspective, I think that there's still some love there for me. So I'm just excited to get back in that stadium again. It was a stadium I first played in, and I did a lot of great things in there. So hopefully now, being an Eagle, I'll be able to continue that and have a great performance this weekend.
You talked a little about taking that first hit last week. How about game conditioning, just being able to get back into that game form, game shape that you were in before?
Yeah, I mean, that comes with just weeks of practice, how we practice, finishing runs. So yeah, I mean, I'm a lot better than I was when I first got here, and I think it'll just continue to improve as you continue to practice, get in more and more football shape. So yeah, I think I'm doing well. I feel strong. I feel like I'm ready to go.
You guys have talked about when they face a team that traded them, there's extra motivation. Do you have extra motivation on
I mean, I won't say I'm extra motivated, to be fair, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of turnover. A lot of the people that were big moving parts with that aren't really there anymore. But I think it'll be just excitement to just showcase myself again to the Dolphins and to the city of Miami. Obviously, it'll be on a different team, but it'll be fun to just put on a great performance out there and just show what I can do.
Are you expecting a bigger role this week than you had in the first week back?
I don't really expect anything at this point. I just take everything as it comes, take it in stride. However they decide to do the game plan and how many snaps I get. I'm just ready for whatever I'm called upon to do at this point, and I'm okay with that.
Are you happy with the way that you ran your first game?
I feel like I can always be better, improve on things, but it was a good start. I think I was able to do a few good things there. I think it just, I think as I can get more of a rhythm and who knows, with more snaps and stuff, maybe I'll be able to just create more plays and just help this offense a little bit more.
How would you describe the emotion of being back out there on the field once again?
It's a blessing at the end of the day, from just being in my past situation, just not being signed to being back. Every day is a blessing. I'm taking it in stride. I'm just having fun at this point. Every day is fun for me. Every game's fun for me. Really want to win games, though. That's my most important thing. I really want to help this team win, get where we need to go to the postseason. So, but yeah, my mom told me just have fun with this moment, just being back, enjoy every moment of it. So that's all I'm doing.
How important and big is it for the offense that you're getting Lane Johnson back and Brandon Brooks seems good to go for this week as well? Your line's back in town.
Yeah, I mean, they're the two best guys at their position, in my opinion. So whenever you don't have those guys, it's a drop-off for sure. But it's going to be exciting to have them back out there. I have our full line good to go because I feel like it's one of the best lines in the NFL. So we should definitely have a lot of plays to be made, and we just need to make them.
What's your favorite memory from your time with the Dolphins?
I would say just that 2016 season, I believe it was. Just accomplishing like the 200-yard games, the 3 200-yard games for them, alongside with making it to the playoffs for the first time in like 10 years. we were on a roll. We were up to we were figuring things out in Miami. We were competitive. It was just it was a fun time. Enjoyed my teammates. Enjoyed the buzz around the city. It was just a really great time to be a Dolphin. So the year 2016 was in my career was one of my funnest years besides winning the Super Bowl for sure.
It's funny how you just roll off multiple 200-yard games like it's nothing.
Right, yeah. I mean, the team we had, the line we had at the time, they were very dominant, and we just were able to catch a great stride. And in the run game, we were very productive, and it showed at the end of the games.